Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious. With my left hand free and my right hand free.
With another left hand, watch his right hand slip towards JJ's gun.
Oh. JJ. Oh.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our podcast.
Hi, I'm John B. How do you say his last name? I'm a real John B. stan.
Rutledge. And I'm JJ Maybank. Bitch.
That's his last name?
Yeah, it is. Me trying to think of all the last names. What's Kiara's last name? Herrera.
Oh,
Pope
shit.
Hayward.
You're a real John B. fan.
I'm a real Outer Banks fan. Bitch. Sarah Cameron.
Bitch.
Rafe Cameron.
I know the Camerons.
Ward Cameron.
We go way back.
Bitch. Big John B.
I'm John
Rutledge. Big John.
Big John. That's my daddy.
No. Anyway.
That's my big daddy.
Pumping the brakes on some Outer Banks chat to talk about, I guess, some other media we've been consuming. Bree's been coughing, but we're just going to brush past that. Bree, have you been reading anything, watching anything, listening to anything you want to share with the audience?
Thanks for asking that,
Of course.
JJ.
Of course, John B. It's going to be worse than us going, yes, chef.
I have been rewatching Sex and the City.
Ooh.
And, yeah.
And that's it.
I blame Ava. Because I was like, ooh.
This is an Ava call-out.
Yeah, I call Ava. I don't even know what I like about it. It's kind of the je ne sais quoi.
Oh. The epic high low of going, I don't know what I like about it. Je ne sais quoi.
I don't really know what I like about it. It's just the je ne sais quoi of, like, the girlies are in the city.
Yeah.
Having fun. It's definitely outdated, but it's fun.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. But yeah, that's all that I've been doing. What have you been doing?
I've been listening to a little known artist. Little under the radar.
Oh shit.
Her name is Taylor Swift.
What are you about to
Listen,
say?
I've been watching some stuff, I've been doing some stuff, but really, it's
Who's
all
Taylor
about
Swift?
Taylor all the time. A couple weeks ago, we haven't told the pod, we saw her live in Cincinnati 2 nights in a row, and it was a life-changing experience. And then a week later, Speak Now, Taylor's version came out, and that's what I've been listening to. So I'm sure everyone needed to hear that I recommend listening to Taylor Swift. If you haven't already.
The under the radar artist.
Yeah, under the radar. I'm always finding the hot new trends.
The hot new artist.
You know, I'm always on the lookout for something like new to
New and
discover,
fresh.
to share.
Up and coming.
Yeah, so Taylor's version, Speak Now, is out. I haven't received my vinyl yet, but we don't need to talk about that. You can shut up.
It's right there. I displayed it.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have mine.
I've been listening to Speak Now TV, been vibing to Back to December, I feel like has been a hit. Last Kiss, Better Than Revenge, the new version. I Can See You, and Emma Falls in Love, all bangers.
What's your fave new?
I think right now I Can See You, but I can see that changing. I feel like the music video came out and I said, wow.
Yeah, I like it.
But I need to listen to the rest of them. I just keep listening to that one because it's a banger.
Yeah.
But I like when Emma Falls in Love too. That's probably my next fave for now.
Hell yeah.
It always changes. I always like listen to one and it hits different. Like sometimes you'll like listen to Taylor has so many songs, and sometimes I'll like listen to one, like I have like my favorites obviously, but then I'll kind of like put on all her songs and I'll be listening to a song I don't listen to as often, and then in that moment it like hits different, and then suddenly I'm like obsessed with a song that
hits different.
Yeah, wink wink. Speaking of which, I used to go through all these Kens. Barbie's coming out, so we're gonna have something to say next week. Anyway, yeah. I always have a new Taylor song I'm attached to, and I feel like I Can See You, and honestly, like all the OG Speak Now tracks
I Can See You
have been on the repeat playlist. But you know what else is a great song? With my left hand free.
Oh yeah, I know all about that one.
From the hit show
Outer Banks.
We're really late to the game to talk about Outer Banks. It's kind of been on the list and we've been pushing it away, but we finally sat down and finished Outer fucking Banks.
We did that.
And after I close this thing that popped up on my computer, I'm going to tell you about Outer Banks.
Yeah, what's it about?
Well, Brie, Outer Banks is an action-adventure mystery teen drama on Netflix that follows John Booker Rutledge and his ragtag group of friends as they search for legendary treasure. Along the way, the group of pogues have to deal with interpersonal drama among the rich kooks, antagonistic family members, and even romance. In season 3, John B reunites with the father he thought to be dead, only to get sucked back into yet another mystery. This time, the search for El Dorado. But just as John B and his wife, Sarah, find the long-awaited gold they'd been searching for, tragedy strikes again. And this time, both Ward Cameron and Big John Rutledge, spoiler, die for real. Fuck y'all. What is next?
Finally, goddamn.
What is next for this group of pogues turned revered treasure hunters? Good thing Netflix renewed it for season 4.
Oh, thank God.
Thank
Just what the freaking doctor ordered. Another season of Outer Banks.
The world needs more Outer Banks.
More.
Outer Banks is what's going to shut down the strikes. People are soon going to realize that the longer this goes on, the longer we wait for another season of Outer Banks. And the world's just not going to stand for that.
Without.
Even like non-Netflix, like HBO Max is like, oh shit, we're going to have to pay these writers and actors so Netflix can keep making Outer Banks.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely going to happen because we really need it to move on as a society.
Yeah, as a society, we're crumbling without it.
We don't know what to do with ourselves.
Exactly.
We have our left hand free.
Am I right?
And our right hand's
grip. Take a shot every time we reference Left Hand Free. What's insane is I listened to that song because it was in Civil War. It was the song that plays when you see Peter Parker for the first time in the MCU. And now it's been compromised.
I just listened to that song just to listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Oh.
Like, I didn't hear it in anything else.
That's kind of
I just listened to
good
it.
for
and
you.
Then Outer Banks took it. And then people would think I associate with Outer Banks, which I do. I'm dressed as John B.
We're like shitting on it, but right now Bree's about to reveal that she's a John B supremacist, and I think we should start there.
That's my twin motherfucking flame.
There's Bree has very specific interests, and the fact that one of them is John B. Rutledge sends me to the moon.
I just like really want to like be John B.
Just like be him. Like,
I'm sorry, John Bree.
We need to throw it back to when season 1 came out. It was 2020, and we used to have Zoom game nights, which, rest in peace, Bree's Zoom name would always be John Bree. Or just John B.
Let me set the mood. Because the first time I listened...
That's the police coming to arrest you for being a John B stan.
I hope they do. They arrest me as this. My
mugshot
would be fire.
Chase Stokes would be like, wow.
Chase Stokes would be damn. Damn, is that John Bree?
Oh my god, so John Bree? He recognizes. John B recognizes John Bree.
And he'd get me out of jail.
Yeah. Imagine you getting arrested dressed as John B. And they're like, someone came to bail you out. And it's like the reveal in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel where you turn and you walk down the staircase, and at the bottom of the staircase, it's Chase Stokes.
Oh my god, I'd cry. I'd be like, thank you.
That's our most unhinged hypothetically.
I think it will happen.
I think if we manifest you getting arrested first.
I think I need to manifest going to jail.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Anyway, what about John B. that really, like, speaks to you? What connects you to him?
Let me just set the mood.
Okay,
because I can't remember. Did we, like, start watching it, like, together? Or, like...
I think we just happened to...
happen.
I think we both happened to just start it because everyone in the world was watching it in quarantine, and I'm sure one of us started it before the other, but I do remember doing like a Netflix watch party, and we made popcorn.
Oh,
and
I remember that. Ooh, and I had a nice crisp Coke soda. Yeah. And I had popped corn. Yeah. And it was just like that air, that summer air.
See, underrated artist Taylor Swift. And the rust on your door.
Under the radar.
Yeah, I don't think we started it together, but we finished it together.
Yeah. And I just like that. the feeling in the air of I can't leave, I can't go anywhere.
But you could go to the Outer
I
Banks.
am John B.
He took you somewhere.
It was just that mindset, you know? Like, it really was a vibe.
That this was your summer, for
That
summer
was
2020.
my summer, and it was going to be a John B. summer.
Yeah, for those who are listening, I made friendship bracelets, and Bree says John B. Summer. Mine says JJ's gun. Which I don't think I can wear mine in public, but someone's going to think the wrong thing.
JJ's gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just something in the air. John B. really spoke to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
His Debbie Ryan ass looking face.
I forgot about that.
They look very similar.
Yeah, they should do a movie together. I
They
think
should.
We should write it,
That
but
would
we have
be-
to wait till the strike is over.
Yeah. And then we'll slide it in. After he
Slide
gets
it
me out
under
of jail.
So funny.
But yeah, you could argue that John B is possibly the worst character in the group.
One
but I
could.
like to push the limits. Really
You like
think
to
on
think
the other
outside the
side
box.
of things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
John B's innocent.
We'll get into his crimes. I have one particular crime I can't wait to discuss.
I couldn't really even tell you what he's done because, like, I feel like I haven't really, like...
Haven't what? What haven't you?
Because, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like when I'm watching Outer Banks, they're kind of just on the screen.
Can I tell you something?
And they're there.
I read an article today that explained the treasure to me.
Oh, thank God, because I have no idea what's
hear
going
me
on.
out. The first season came out in 2020. Then 2021, we waited, what, like 2 years, a year and a half for this? We were a little late to watching the season, so it might have been 2 full years. Because I feel like we watched season 2 a couple summers ago, right?
Was
I
it
don't-
2 summers ago?
I don't know. Either way, it's been 3 years since the first season came out,
Yeah.
and I haven't rewatched. So it's hard to remember, and there's a lot of moving pieces. There's 3 treasures. So let's level set here, guys. I can give a recap.
There's 3 treasures.
3, but they're all connected.
Okay.
In the first season, they're looking for the
I thought
royal.
they were still looking for the same treasure.
Okay, yes. Okay, just stick with me. Walk with me, guys.
Walk with
We're gonna get this over with so we can talk about the real shit.
the
John B.
real,
and Sarah's
the real
marriage.
shit.
So in season 1, they're finding this treasure they want to find the Royal Merchant, which was a shipwreck that happened in like the 1800s. That's what they think John B.'s dad and Sarah's dad were teaming up to find together. Because there was this infamous shipwreck that people thought had gold on it. But they eventually find out, I'm not going to get into the details because I don't know, but
Yeah.
they figure out that Denmark Tanny, this like former slave,
yes.
was on the ship and he survived. So he took the gold, freed all the slaves. Fuck yes. So he had the gold.
Is this real?
No, but I think it's like inspired by
Okay.
true things. So he took the gold and he bought the Cameron's house. So Sarah's house has all these clues. Again, not gonna get into all that mess.
No, that
That's
mess.
part of how they like figure all this out. And they find out also Pope is related to him.
Yeah,
Through
they're-
that, what's her name? Elizabeth Mitchell, who I don't know how they
what's
got my
that
girl
about?
on here. In season 2, she tells them that she's also on the hunt for like this mysterious gold, but that there's also this cross that he took. So she wants to cross because of the healing powers. Again, we don't know how that fucking works. If that was just like not the Mandela effect. Like what's the, when you think something works, but it's just
Yeah.
placebo effect.
Placebo. Wait, did it actually work?
I don't know, because remember she stood.
She stood up.
but then we never see her again, I don't think.
Yeah, and then she disappears.
She
I'm like,
disappears
okay.
into thin air. But
Yeah, she's fine.
so she's looking for the cross. So there's this gold in the cross, and by the end of season 2, Ward and Rafe have all that shit, and we know that like Rafe fucking melts down the cross, which is insane. It's a fucking
Yeah.
artifact and a family heirloom of Pope's. But then they find out when they recover the fact that John B.'s dad is alive, that they weren't just looking for the ship, they were looking for El Dorado, which is the source of all the gold.
El
So
Dorado.
the cross and the gold that they thought was on the Royal Merchant, it's all from El Dorado. So that's Endgame. And that's how they all tie
That's it.
together. And of course, there's
Ah.
some little tiny mysteries along the way that lets them figure out how all this works. And God, that goes over my head. And part of me, when I was reading the article, I said, this is kind of like fun. But
Yeah.
it's like hard to keep up with, especially when you watch seasons years apart.
Yeah.
And it's hard to follow all the little details. But when I was reading the article, they were like, well, this led to this. And I was like, ooh, this is a fun show. Maybe I should watch
There's a
it.
lot. Maybe I should watch this. There's a lot of lore.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
lore.
there's a lot of.
And there's a lot of other shit going on at the same time. It's hard
Yeah.
to keep track.
Like, they get into so much shit.
Yeah.
And they get out of it so fucking easily.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot. We were always like, how do they end up in
I'm
all
like-
these little conundrums?
Yeah. And they just.
And it works out.
They make it look so easy.
Yeah. Like
And
when Kiara was kidnapped at the beginning of this season,
I forgot that.
and they all end up on that like that giant piece of land wherever they are. See, I also can't keep track of all the countries because they're always all over the place. They're hardly in Outer Banks.
They never are in the Outer Banks.
It's called Outer Banks, and since season 1, they're hardly there.
I'm like,
can we stay in one spot?
yeah.
But when they're in that, like, they somehow get onto this like giant piece of land that what's his name, Singh owns. Mm-hmm. And like there's all these people with guns, and they somehow get there and get out without any repercussion.
I know.
And we said something
7 times.
it happened that when they get caught, like they're planning to save Kiara, and like all the henchmen come, and John B holds up his arms and he says, "I'm John Booker Rutledge."
Wait, why do you just give him a full fucking government name?
Full government name. He doesn't give a fuck because nothing happens to them. They get arrested, but they're bailed out the next day. Like, a few of them. John B has been arrested at least twice, right?
John
and
Booker
JJ. 'Cause
Rutledge.
people thought, oh my god, take it back to season 1. Rafe killed the sheriff, which one of the only cool cops in cinema and film. Cinema and film are the same in television. And she dies, and John B gets framed.
Yeah.
Which was a little fun thing when he was like going through houses and he was hiding out. That was a fun part of season 1. Then he fell out of the church. Iconic. Let's take it back.
Iconic. Let's go
back.
back.
But he got arrested for that. But then they got him out, and then they cleared him. I think because when Rafe faked his death.
Oh yeah.
Because Rafe took the fall when he faked his. I know we're jumping all over the place, but this just to say the show's crazy. So much happens. And nothing happens to them.
The amount of times they're being chased by a bunch of people with guns, and they get out of it, and they're just like all over the world.
Yeah, I was about to say,
yes. And how do they know they're like 2 years old.
I know, they just conveniently get to these places. Also, I was going to say, no one's ever gotten shot, but Sarah got shot in season 2, which was insane.
She had to give.
Yeah, they were giving. They act down sometimes.
They had to act down. They knew the show was...
They knew rent was due.
They knew they had to save.
They knew they had to save television. And they did. And it's going to save television again, as we were talking about.
They did.
So what else is going on? I think the central relationship is obviously John B and his wife, Sarah.
And his wife.
And that's one of my biggest things that sends me to the moon is their quote-unquote marriage. And how in some moments they take it so seriously, and in some other moments they're like, it doesn't matter. Like, I wrote down...
It doesn't matter.
2 things. Well, first of all, just the whole sanctity of this marriage. I didn't write this down, but in season 2, when they get back, because her and the 2 of them were off because they like shipwrecked. People thought they were dead for a good amount of time.
They're wearing the same clothes for 7 years.
Yeah. It still looked amazing.
Yeah, and they were...
But when they come back and like they run into, I think, Topper or someone, and John B looks at Sarah like, tell him we're married. And A, like, they're not. B, they're 2 years old. And when she doesn't tell Topper, he's pissed. As if she has a ring on her finger and they went to the courthouse and like legally tied themselves together, and she didn't tell him, and he was pissed. I was like,
they did.
They did what? Got married?
They're so married and official.
No, it drives me insane. I wrote, what did I write? John B and Sarah are not married. Like when he tells his dad, I'm married, Dad. Like when he tells him that, like when his dad looks at him at the beginning of the season, is like, what's been going on? He's like, well, I'm married.
I'm married. Yeah, he had to like gloat that he was married to a camera. And they aren't even married.
Like, what the... But they're so delusional.
I'm like,
they're not married.
Ass.
Naily were married. Naily went to the beach. They had their parents. They had witnesses. Then they got married again.
They had 5 witnesses.
So, to dive into the whole Topper drama, starting with John B's off shooting people with his dad and gasping at treasure. And, meanwhile, Sarah's just looking to, like, feel normal for a second, which don't blame her. Her dad was dead, and then it turned out it was fake, and then he choked her, and Rafe choked her, and her life fucking sucks.
What is this show?
So she goes back to her ex Topper just to, like, hang out at this beach party, but then they end up making out while she's married, nonetheless.
While she's married officially.
And then at Kiara's parents' anniversary party, John B's like, Sarah, we need to go. And she's like, okay, but I have to tell you something. I hooked up with Topper, and he's pissed, which valid, but this is what he says to her. I wrote this down. Singh kidnapped my dad, and he's taking him to South America to kill him. Sarah, how could you? Like, he makes it seem like all this shit is happening to his dad, and how dare Sarah do this?
Kidnapped.
Like, making it like she didn't know that. Like, she didn't know that until he said that just then, and then makes her feel twice as guilty by being like, on top of my dad going to die again, you kissed Topper, and he went, till death do us part, huh?
Huh?
Crazy bitch. He's insane. And then he goes, and one thing that like pissed me off about like one of the first season was like the like toxic masculinity of like the physical fights that the kooks and the pogues would get into, like Topper like nearly destroying John B like at the beginning, like, and then they like all like jumped Pope at one point. So,
I
like,
hate that scene.
all the physical fights are so insane and so like unnecessary.
They try to fight Kiara too.
Yeah, like Jesus.
Jesus.
And I feel like they kind of got away from that, but then in the scene where John B is like about to leave with JJ and he sees Topper and Sarah hug, and he just starts walking like a robot, like a sim. Like a sim. Walks over to them, and I was like, I'm gonna give Topper some points here because he's like, John B like not here, like time and place.
John B wants to fight.
But John B wanted to fucking fight, and he beat this shit out of it. And part of it was Topper not fighting back, which I was like, king. But then obviously Topper turns around and goes, well, now he made me look like a pussy in front of the whole fucking Outer Banks. And then he goes crazy and burns the house down.
That is when I was like, ooh, finally some flavor.
Yeah.
But then nothing even fucking, I wanted more from that.
Yeah, I feel like not
but that
much
was crazy.
came from it. And like no one really cared, and like you barely saw Topper after that.
It was such like a big move and a big thing to happen, and then nothing came from it.
The thing is, they do so much. Like, they have so much treasure hunting on one side, and then so much interpersonal drama.
They're always trying to like overdo it, like top.
Yeah.
But like none of it seems that crazy because there's always something crazy happening.
Yeah. So that basically, John B's father lived and died. And then lived. And so did Sarah's dad. And Sarah's family's fucking insane. I wrote something else. You're telling me Wheezy is Sarah's sister, but JJ isn't her brother? Because who is Wheezy? And what is she doing? Why is she named that?
Wheezy's out here.
Wheezy's just out there.
Wheezy doesn't do anything.
No. But I just am looking. Basically, that was just my push for more JJ Sarah.
For more JJ.
Anyway, Sarah's life is insane. Like, criminally insane. She's, like, homeless. She's an orphan.
She's
her
an
mom.
Orphan.
I want to know.
They're all orphans.
Do we know where her mom is? Someone tell me if we know anything about her mom. Like, is she dead? Or is she out there somewhere and she could bring drama? Because now Ward's gone.
Drama.
And that was her stepmom, Rose. I think
so. We don't know if Sarah Cameron's mom is alive or John B's mom.
Yeah, we don't know. And then like JJ's mom, we don't know where half of their moms are.
Any of the moms are.
And the dads all suck.
And the dads suck.
We barely see Jay. Let's talk about JJ. We barely see JJ's dad, but he is the worst dad on the show. He's so abusive and neglectful. And that's another thing. They do too much. Like, I feel like, let's focus on that. They had a really, obviously it's a sad scene, but I liked the scene where, like, in season 1, where you find out, like, I mean, obviously it sucks JJ's dad was abusing him, but, like, when Kiara and Pope found out and they were there from them, but, like, nothing comes from it.
Like, there's these interesting storylines and they don't do anything with them. They just move on to something else that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I agree. And then, like, I feel like Pope they should do a lot more with, because he is the one that's tied, like, by, like, John B's dad's hunting the treasure, and I guess Sarah's dad too, but John B's family's tied to it. And then he's also juggling, trying to be smart, trying to go to college.
Yeah, he's trying to be smart.
He's actually the only one that gives a fuck about
scholar.
School. He's a scholar. And I feel like he should be the center of the story, not John B. No offense.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Pope's my fave.
I love Pope.
But John B leads the pack.
Yeah, I mean, it should be both of them, but I feel like Pope gets nothing.
Yeah.
But I love
when
everything.
Pope does get something,
I love it.
He brings it, and he gives, like, him and Cleo, one of my favorite parts of this season, because they are actually giving, like, they were cute.
That's my thing. I wish there was more of it. I'm like, I don't give a shit about what Sarah and John B are doing half the time. Like, I like them. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not anti Sarah and John B, but it's like
they just aren't.
They get like 50% of the screen time when at least divide it up a little more evenly. Like, I would love to see more of Pope in general, Cleo in general,
we need to
and I
see
like
John
them
B's
together.
dad for most of the season.
I had to go. Bring it on home, John
Bring
B.
it on home, John
Gotta
B.
get
Come
the
on,
gold.
Bird. Gotta get the gold.
Can't believe we haven't done that
He was
yet.
kind of real.
Yeah. I wanted to
Even
fight
though
that
I hate
man.
every scene he's in.
He just,
but he
his
was kind
energy
of
was
real
off.
for that.
His energy, just his vibe was
His
off.
energy was kind of creepy.
But yeah, I want more Pope, more Cleo. And I wrote down that I thought there was like a really sweet interaction toward the end with Cleo and Pope's dad, which I thought was so sweet. She's like, I think we raised him right. And he's like, I think so too, Cleo. I was like, they're best friends.
So
They basically like
true.
adopted her, but they're just besties. And now the
Don't
little
adopt.
moment.
We don't want a foster situation.
Yeah. No. let's not talk about this.
No,
Table
no,
that
no,
for
no.
a different episode.
We need.
But like, their little no love club, and you know that wasn't gonna last.
Not the no love
but that was
club
so
when
cute.
two of them are married.
Yeah. I thought it was so cute when she was like, I quit, and she gave him a little kiss. Again, I wish there was more. Like,
I quit.
There's part of me that really enjoys them, but also feels like Pope was just like left to the side, and they're like, how do we fix this? Because I wish, honestly, they never did anything with Pope and Kiara.
Yeah,
And we can drift towards the other side of that. But like, from the Pope perspective, as a big Pope fan, like, I just didn't. Like,
Kiara had to be with all of them.
Apparently, which is annoying too. Like, I feel like she should have just stuck with one. Like, she did not need to kiss John B. She did not need to go with. We can get.
She did need to kiss John B.
I guess there was a little drama, and I'll come back to that. But like, I just wish they didn't do that, because it just, I don't know. It also creates like an unnecessary love triangle, even though it didn't really expand that much. Like, Pope was sad about it,
but
but
he
he
got
got
real ship, which is Pope and JJ.
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to like transition from Pope to JJ and Kiara as a circle. But I just think it was, I don't know, unnecessary. Like, if they were gonna, I don't know, go toward JJ and Kiara, like, that was just something that they didn't need to do.
Yeah.
Like, on this show, like, there's not enough time for a love triangle.
I feel like there was just too much like nothing pulls me with them, because there's just so much happening with
Who?
that
Yeah. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm a JJ Kiara fan.
Yeah.
I've been since season 1.
Okay.
You can have your John B. I get my JJ Kiara.
I only like John B. John B.
Because, hear me out. Here, I'll speak on them. People were acting like they came out of nowhere, and I disagree. Because she kisses John B in season 1 and then goes, did you tell
John
JJ?
B.
Does JJ know? And they had their little moments. Like, he clearly liked her and clearly did not like when her and Pope were starting to get together.
Popey.
And also, side note, fuck yeah, JJ Pope. I think
JJ
Pope is...
that chemistry.
JJ with either of them is better than
JJ.
anyone else with anyone else.
No, literally.
Oh, and Cleo.
No one had. Yeah, Cleo was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I really like them because I just think they had the opportunity, and they were like a slow burn. I just think there was the annoying gap. Like, I don't know that she needed to have a romance with Pope in the middle.
Yeah,
and
I feel like that really threw everything off.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just like...
And they weren't given. It's not like there was like an intrigue of like, oh, they're both such good options. Like, not that, obviously, I think Pope is a great character, but I just didn't see them as a couple.
Pope.
And then they kind of like also just like fizzled out. It was very weird.
Yeah.
And it didn't need like JJ or Kiara and Pope just should have just stayed friends. Like, I didn't want that tainted. I didn't want JJ Pope tainted.
JJ Pope.
I didn't want anyone tainted. This is a fucking family, and this is so
fucking family.
incestuous. Anyway, I like them. I just feel like the season dragged them out weirdly.
Yeah.
Like, it was like they had something at the beginning, and I think they wanted it to last all season, but they didn't fully execute it to the like, it could have lasted all season, but the way they did it,
I think
was
it
very
could have been
odd.
a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
But-
it was very like off on, and then they had like the big scenes. Like, if it was a scene, it was like...
Yeah. Personally, I think the fact that they basically admitted, at least Kiara verbally admitted, we knew JJ liked her, but she verbally admits that she likes him very early on in the season, and there's no tension, so you're like, well, they like each other, they're just not speaking.
They're just not
I
looking
feel like
at
it should have
each
been like let her be there for him and like slowly reveal her feelings. So, and
Yeah.
even if you can anticipate it from the audience, like the fact that they outwardly said it right away just took away the
And then
burn.
like there was nothing, like it was just like they
Yeah.
said it, and then it was like nothing was happening, and they
Yeah.
weren't acting like, I don't know, it was, I don't know. There's so much happening.
Yeah. And, like, I think the scene where Kiara's storyline we need to talk about just on its own, but, like, the scene where he goes to get her at Tanny Hill, I live
crazy.
for that shit. Like, there's something about, like a covert rescue mission that I just love. And, like, that it being love interest and him, like, he cares about her so much. That should have been, like, the full reveal. Like, there shouldn't have been any reveal before that. It should have been tension, 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 and then, like, the big moment he saves her, blah, 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 they get out. Like, that was I really like that, but I wish that was, like, the sole moment. And I still liked it. I still thought it was cute, and I thought it was funny that the whole camp was like, whoa.
I was like, what's happening at this camp?
I know. I'm like, we needed, like, a full season of that camp.
Also,
or at least a couple episodes.
Why'd they just send her straight there?
That's what we really need to unpack.
Like,
so
that's toxic.
Yes.
Because they didn't even talk to her.
Exactly.
Like, the parents. Like, didn't... I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not
so,
a parent, but
to wrap up...
that's not it.
No, I want to talk about that. Like, so yeah, I really like Kiara and JJ. And I really like Pope and Cleo. And I'm pissed that they did a time jump at the end, which we can talk about when we fully talk about that. But the fact that, like, you get two couples together and then skip 18 months, so
and
you
they're
miss...
all married.
Stupid. Anyway. Yeah, Kiara's parents... Crazy. And they're right. Not to send her away, but to be concerned. Like, the fact that, I mean, the thing is, JJ's dad absent, Sarah's parents crazy, John B's dad fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Pope's parents and Kiara's parents are the only ones that are, like, present. Pope's are pissed, but they, like, don't really do much. Kiara's parents do too much.
Yeah, they're, like, over. Because, like, they don't really show, like, you don't really get any scenes of them, like, actually, like, caring. Like, I don't know. It just seems very, like, they immediately put her in a car.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way.
No.
I was like, what the hell?
It's really hard because, like, if you were a parent and your kid got kidnapped, like, she got abducted.
She got freaking
and then,
abducted.
not to mention all the other shit they've gone through. Like, they're so right to be concerned, but I can't comprehend the idea of, like, then practically abducting in a way where she at least knows where she's going,
like
but, like,
another
that's not going to
thing.
not give her trauma.
Yeah. Like, she's been kidnapped, and now you're doing, like, and she's screaming in a...
That's insane.
And, like, they didn't even try anything else. It was just immediately that. Like, I get being...
And she was back for, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah. I like Pope's parents.
Yeah, they're the best.
But you can't control these motherfuckers.
No. Well, the fact that
These
it was
people are
insane
crazy.
when they're like, okay, we need to go to South America and get on this
Why
plane.
did they just casually go to South America?
But they're like, we're all going to ask for permission this time. I was like, Kiara,
But
how did
they're,
you
like,
think that was
allowed.
going to happen? Kiara.
We're just going to ask our parents.
Sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
The fact that,
sit down.
I mean, Cleo was like, listen.
I was like, straight up.
And his parents were like, all right.
All right, fine.
Thank God Cleo's
What's
here.
happening? Go to high school.
Literally. They're like, we got to do this. I'm like, do you? Like, at least on, like, shows like Teen Wolf, like, there's a supernatural element. Like, it's life and death.
Yeah,
There is, like,
yeah.
no real reason they need to do what they're doing.
They're
I mean,
just
I guess
in
the
this-
dad was missing at the end, but God.
They're on the Outer Banks. They're like these skinny ass
No one has cell phone.
high
Actually.
schoolers. No one has a phone.
Yeah, I don't fucking get it. But,
But they're hustling all the time.
yeah.
They're running around in random countries getting shot by everyone. Like, immediately when they get there, they just immediately start getting shot. I'm like, how do you know who these people are?
Yeah. Oh, God. It's fucking insane. Wait, I feel like I was
Why
going to
does
say something
everyone
else.
know everyone?
I was going to say something else about Kiara's parents. That's another thing that pissed me off about the time jump is I wanted to see them fucking apologize.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Bitch is rich now.
Yeah, now she's like, bye, Mom.
Bye.
I'm going to marry JJ. We're going to go away. Everyone's going to
and
get
his
fucking
gun.
married. It's
Fuck
gone. They're going to
you.
live happily ever after. Yeah. I like everything about the idea of, like, JJ's story, Kiara's story, Pope's story, and then I really like JJ and Kiara and Pope and Cleo, but we don't get enough of any of them.
I think you're kind of coming for my boy over here.
I didn't say his name once. You thought it. I didn't say
you
it.
You mentioned my boy.
I really like...
Look at
I
him.
said this when... I'm looking at him. I said this when they were really giving when they were in the cave.
Yeah, they
JJ
were acting
or
down.
John B. And I really applaud them as actors for being... We're not going to talk about real life people, but they're a broken up couple and they still
but
give.
I ship
And
Chase
you can't
Stokes
say that...
and Kelsey Ballerini.
Fuck yeah. You can't say that about a lot of people. Like, there are some people that just fucking can't do that.
They were giving. They came back.
Give.
They didn't back down.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say,
sure, Brie.
both Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein are very chill people. Like, I met them.
I wish.
They just seem like they give off chill vibes.
I agree, because apparently me being a Kiara and JJ supremacist, really, they got
they're going down.
And that's what makes me sad. I was going to say this is like, I think the frustrating part about why they lost the plot maybe about Kiara and JJ is because they seemed
hate
like
each other.
Well, I don't know what's going on now.
I don't know. Don't come for me, Outer Banks Twitter.
What I do know is that they seemed like really, like, they all seem like good friends, and especially them
They had a lot
after
of laughs.
season 1. But she has a very well-known, like, she's been in a long-term relationship with her and her girlfriend, and, like, he's recently in a relationship, but at the time when season 1 came out...
Wait, is he in a new relationship?
I don't know how new it is, but it wasn't... My point is, she was with her girlfriend from before the show, and when the show came out, like, people shipped them, like, I shipped them, but just like with, like, I think Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard, and plenty of other shows in the past, people go insane and think they need to date in real life and can't separate the characters.
And attack the, like...
The actors.
The actors
and the significant others.
Yeah.
And makes me so mad, because then it makes it, I think the actors feel like they can't
even
take
be
pictures
friends, because
together
people
and
be like, oh my god, they're together.
And that
in the chat
really sucks.
Yeah.
Because, like, I want it, when you have, like, a couple you're a fan of, you want to see that the actors get along and are friends, and I love that.
The first season, they all had so much fun.
I know, but also it's just, like, it's sad that they feel like they can't be friends. Like, I feel like that happened with Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard too, and they were, like, this big. Like, it's insane.
They were literally so
They're
little.
so young, and these guys are young, too. They're not as young, but, like...
They're just a bunch of crazy kids.
PSA, that's why we don't talk about real life couples, like, in, like, actuality, because it's none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
And just let everyone just get along and be friends. God.
Yeah.
Actors are different than characters.
Don't comment on their shit. Don't come from their significant other.
Yeah.
And tell, like, what are you doing?
Stop it.
Get alive. Touch grass. Kiss a girl. Kiss a girl. Do something. Mine's been like that 12,000 times. I get really excited about Outer Banks.
Yeah, we get really into it. Yeah, I feel like, you know who's we're really left to talk about? I wrote something down that's going to be the transition of the century.
Okay.
Do you remember at the beginning of the season when JJ and Kiara were, like, standing on the boat, and they, like, had a moment, like, they were going to kiss, but they didn't?
Yeah.
And we said, during a moment between two characters, Rafe and Barry are standing closer to JJ and Kiara during their boat moment.
Exactly. Don't worry, I have that written down. Something similar. And Rafe and Barry had the most chemistry.
Mm-hmm. I can't stand Rafe. Like, people love to romance. I mean, I think he's a great character, but people romanticize the shit out of him, and for what?
He killed someone. He
choked his sister and almost assassinated his dad. And yeah, maybe at the last minute he changed his mind.
Maybe
but
he had
too
a
little,
change
too
of
late.
heart.
But him and Barry
are both, like, they're twin flames, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just like me and John B.
Same thing.
Same exact thing. Like,
yeah.
Why were they so close to each other? This is the gayest, straightest show.
Explain that to me, because...
It's like, will they, won't they?
Because I don't understand in 2023, like, why not?
Why not?
Like,
and when Netflix is posting about it?
Yeah.
Like, they posted something.
JJ Pope, like, I'm not anti-JJ Pope, but you can see that, like, JJ and Kiara were kind of, like, already in mind. But, like, there's nothing in the books that would have threw a wrench in Rafe and Barry.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. I mean, I guess he's a pretty toxic masculinity type of character.
I guess they're both.
So maybe it wouldn't be realistic,
crazy.
but it's like, why not? Like, why isn't there a gay couple on the show?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at that.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. Why is no one gay? I thought Cleo may be gay. Nope.
I mean, here, they could...
like, it's fine, but, like, I'm just saying, add a little spice.
Like, there's opportunity. We're just saying it. It's right there.
It's literally... It's right in front of your eyes. Open your eyes, Lucas.
Everything comes back to that.
They just won't do it.
Yeah, but Rafe and Barry really gave, and honestly,
I
as a Rafe hater, because I couldn't understand why people just romanticize the shit. I think you could obviously like villains. I think he's a cool, like, he has his moments where I'm like, he's insane and I'm kind of enjoying it. Not when he was choking my girl
sometimes
Sarah.
he's like a little goofy as a villain.
Yeah,
like, it's
but
just
like people are like, I can fix him, and I'm like, sometimes you gotta accept that that's not gonna happen.
Especially when they have like such real life character, like this is such a real.
Yeah,
like I mean, a lot of it's very like, whoa, this would never happen, but
it's grounded in reality.
Yeah, it's not anything supernatural or anything. It's just like
toxic.
he shot.
Yeah, and he's like he sucks,
and he just like sucks. Like he sucks like multiple times.
Yeah, and like it cracked me up there at the end when he had that like girl. That like bartender, I'm like, she is YN. Like she is what every girl wants to be. Because she's like speaking to him, and she's like, she got through to him. Like she's been here for 5 minutes, but she says something. She's like, everyone can change. Like if you just gotta think about what's right. And then he's like, okay, I won't kill my father.
Fine, I won't kill him.
But I will say, do you remember when they like? Barry and Rafe are like walking through the town, like going to like pawn off the gold, and they're strutting down the street, and he's wearing sunglasses. That was the one. And
the sunglasses scene,
insane. He walks into the room.
At
the beginning of the season, and like, I just like couldn't even help. Just there's sometimes where I will see someone on TV and like involuntarily will go,
goes oof. I'm like.
And as soon as I said that, like, I feel like I tried to hold it in because I was like, not Rafe.
No, not Rafe.
He had like his head shaved this season and he had sunglasses on and I oofed. It's so fun. Sometimes like I oof for the most random things. Like me and Emily were watching WandaVision and like 80s Vision, both of us went oof at the same time and that was the funniest thing ever. But like I just thought it was badass when he was walking down the street. Like, he didn't, like, pull me, but I was like, fuck yeah, I'm here for whatever the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, Rafe was crazy, but, like, he was an interesting character, and he did bring, like, I would be interested when he was on screen, like...
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of times when I was not interested at what was happening, and I don't know, a lot of his stuff was interesting. So at least he gave me that. At least he's a little entertaining. But, like, I can recognize that he is crazy. And I don't think you can fix him. I think he needs something.
Well, that's honestly another reason I'm frustrated. I know we're getting another season. But, like, the time jump, I would have loved to see immediately what happened to Rafe. They showed him, like, getting caught and then nothing. You didn't even see a glimpse of, like, where he might be in the time jump.
And
like, not even, like, a little hint about him being in prison or something.
Because I feel like it'd be crazy if him and Sarah Cameron like made up or something. As like, I feel like that would be crazy because of everything that happened. Like,
yeah, like he teams up with them. Like he went to therapy
or
something. He was either in rehab or something. I don't know.
He's like, a completely different person.
There's shows where that happens. I'm trying to think of a show where like you have like the big bad like actually team up. And sometimes I like it, but he needs to do work.
He needs a lot of work.
But maybe that's why they did a time jump. They're like, well, it's been 18 months.
Well, it's been a few years. He's good now.
He's engaged to that woman. He is the melted gold. Barry and him. It's like a sister and husband type of thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Rafe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else we haven't talked about. I mean, the big thing that happened, I feel like we just need to talk about Ward before we hit the climax of the season. Ward's fucking insane. He's another one where you're like, you feel like he's gonna get redeemed, and he always is like, never mind.
Yeah, he does like a little.
Yeah, there are moments where I'm like, and then
but he does make you go sometimes.
Yeah,
which is but that's kind of crazy though.
It's hard because he has the trait of he just fucking loves Sarah. Like he fucking hates Rafe.
Yeah, but he hates Rafe. Fuck Rafe.
So that like takes him down. Not that like he needs to love Rafe. Rafe sucks, but like it's his son, and that's probably the reason why Rafe is so toxic, because he has a toxic father.
Toxic.
Like at least we have that. But like he loves Sarah, but that only gets him so far. He literally tried to kill Sarah.
Yeah.
So that really just takes away that redeeming quality. Where's Wheezy? Who fucking knows? He used Wheezy to lure Sarah.
Oh, that was crazy. But that was badass scene when Sarah was like, the cop, like they were right outside. Try me. Like, I was like, oh, Sarah.
Sarah Cameron slays.
Sarah Cameron slays.
Did you just yeet over that chain?
That's the best
I
scene.
need to save that for our highlights. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know if you were supposed to get behind Ward So what happens is he faked his death in a crazy scene. That was the most insane scene. I wish it was honestly. It was crazy that he wasn't dead. I don't know what would have been crazier.
How did the boat literally? Like, how fast did he swim?
Ward, man.
He's a mermaid.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's what season 4 is gonna be about. But so he kind of redeems himself. He sacrifices himself for Sarah. John B's dad just succumbs to his wounds, and that's the big ending. The fact that they both lose their dads, and
I know, and they're married.
Now neither of them have a father-in-law.
They don't have
I don't know.
They got mourned together. That's kind of
crazy.
romantic.
I was kind of shook that was how this all culminated. They found the gold, but both dads died.
I was finally.
Yeah, we need
people died.
Mm-hmm.
People served.
See,
I was kind of glad when John B's dad died.
I just didn't care about him. No offense.
In next season to take up the screen time.
He
wasn't necessarily a bad person.
He was annoying. He
was just annoying and had his moments and was a little bit of a obsessed treasure.
I said, shut up. Because, yeah, they both, had their moment where they tried to redeem themselves. He stopped caring about the treasure because he blew the place up. And then Ward stopped being selfish because he jumped off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, Ward was...
Yeah.
He needed to die.
I really think the ending needed to happen. They needed a fucking refresh. I feel like they could have done what they did in 2 seasons.
If they're going to do another season, they need a refresh.
But I just can't imagine going on for 3 more seasons.
I'm so tired.
I wish they did 2 for one mystery, 2 for another.
Yeah.
Instead of 3, and then are we going to get more than 4 seasons?
I don't know. They need to be stopped. This is why the writers' strike is up. I don't know, but they need to be stopped.
Wow.
With my left hand free.
I'm trying to think. I feel like we talked about everything. I mean,
fuck.
What were the big things? I feel like Kiara's family, Pope's family a little bit, and his school journey. My man's going. They're fine. We know that they're fine. Time passed, and they were honored and rich.
Yeah.
That's what we've touched on this, but I feel like there's so much left to do with JJ. JJ owes that guy money, but I'm guessing he got it because they're rich now.
They're rich.
But I feel like JJ has a whole backstory and life
JJ
that we barely touched the surface of. I mean, I would have loved to see Kiara actually reconcile and figure shit out with her family instead of jumping to everything being perfect. I feel like Cleo's got we know
we
kind of her backstory,
yeah,
but we could see so much more with her. I feel like we know enough about Sarah. Here's the thing, because both their parents died, the tie that was the tie to that whole mystery. So they better do something with the rest of the 4.
Nah, it's gonna be John B season 4, baby. Yeah,
John B summer
every summer. We're bringing it back.
Okay.
It's the John B vibes. I think it's all about John B because of the John B vibes.
I support John B and his vibes.
He's just standing there.
But I just think
he really does nothing.
It shouldn't be 50% 2 characters and 50% the other 4.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
Just
I
the John B
more
split.
Of them. So I know that they have more to give us.
Just staring at them.
Me looking at them.
Why are they looking at me like that?
Yeah. It is I feel the couples that we have are so good, but John B and Sarah soak up everything.
Yeah.
And I know the other 2.
That's Vadin.
Can give.
What do they call themselves? Vadin.
Vlad and Val.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck
P
them.
for L, baby.
P for L. Poguelandia. Motherfucking Pogue.
JJ just want to stay on that goddamn island.
Pogue or a kook?
That's the quiz we should take. I would do the filter where it was the percentage, and I would be so much higher on kook, and I was pissed.
I know. I'm a Pogue. Poguelandia.
Yeah, Poguelandia, baby.
John B.
JJ. We had to stand up for our people. All right, I guess that takes us to our last segment about the show, our epic highs and lows of Outer Banks. Bree, who's your favorite characters and least favorite characters?
I have to say, my favorite character is...
The suspense.
John B. No. Okay, but he's number 2.
Sure.
Number 1 is Pope.
Yeah.
I love Pope.
Pope's superior. I would agree.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I don't dislike any of them. They all piss me off at some point or another, except Cleo. I don't think Cleo or
They're
Pope
crazy teens.
has ever done anything wrong. But I don't think there's one where I'm like, God, I just wish they weren't a part of the group.
Yeah. Like, I like their dynamic.
Yeah. They're pretty fucking dramatic sometimes, but...
Yeah, they're really dramatic sometimes.
Yeah. Least favorite character?
My least favorite character is either Ward or John B's dad.
Yeah, and I also put Rafe. Fuck that guy.
Or Rafe, yeah. All of the...
Like, respect him, but respectfully, no thank you.
Yeah.
Even if... Except when he's wearing sunglasses.
Except when he's wearing sunglasses or getting into shit with Barry.
Yeah. Sunglasses really is my kryptonite. Unless you're a dumb bitch.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't think that Ward Cameron could pull me with sunglasses.
I can't take Ward Cameron seriously because he was on Nashville, and I just can't take that guy seriously.
Should we watch Nashville for
yes.
That'd be a commitment.
With my left hand. That's one of my favorite videos.
All right. What's like some of your favorite moments, least favorite moments, and or episodes?
I said my favorite scene is when in season 2 when they're reunited on the bike thing.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that scene.
I'm glad you thought about this.
That actually made me feel something.
Yeah.
Now they never hang out anymore.
Yeah, there's too much. Like,
there's too much happening.
Just too much.
Like, they can't even talk. They don't even have time to freaking chit chat.
Yeah.
They need to be like Sex in the City.
Just hanging out.
Just go to the restaurant and talk to shit.
Like, I think they just take the mystery aspect out and just let them shoot the shit.
Just let them shoot the shit. That's all I want to hear.
So funny.
Different bandanas.
Different color every up. I think I would agree that's a great scene. I would honestly say that probably is. That's some of the shit. That's some found family shit.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about found family. I did really like JJ and Kiara reuniting. Honestly, but like they had 2 scenes where they run to each other, like when she runs to him after getting abducted, but they had that little cute moment where she runs to him outside of that party in season 1.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
And like their whole dynamic, like they were just such a good like group.
Yeah,
they need more group
but
stuff.
they don't even hang out anymore.
Yeah. I also liked I love Kiara and Sarah's relationship.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like what they did with that this season.
I wrote down this part. I saw the clip before I had watched the episode like months ago, and I remember thinking it was funny. And in context, it made it funnier. Is when like Kiara sees Topper and Sarah together, so she kind of like walks away awkwardly, and Sarah goes
when they're
after
having
her.
breakfast.
Yes, and then Topper comes up and is like, "Yo, Kiara," and then Kiara goes, "Yo, Top," like the way she said, like her voice like shakes.
Yo, Top.
Yo, Top. It's so fucking funny. They're like the 2 scenes that Topper and Kiara had were so fucking funny to me. I wish they didn't make Topper go so far off the edge, because I feel like Topper could have been a funny addition just for moments like that. But now they're probably never gonna look at him again.
I know. I thought he was getting like better.
Yeah.
Then he burned the house down.
Topper really could have been the Nick Rue of Lemonade Mouth, but in this.
Wait, who?
They're Lemonade Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the other, Rafe and Topper are Mudslide Crush.
Yeah, Mudslide.
And he really could have been the guy that came in with the guitar at the end and saved Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah, from Jane by Design.
Exactly. We should do
Jane by Design.
We should have been doing this podcast that summer. We watched Jane by Design and Chloe King.
Oh my god.
Bring them back. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I felt like Topper lost purpose, especially in season 2, and then they kind of brought him back. And I'm like, they could integrate him, but then they took him far off the edge. So who knows what's going to fucking happen in season 4. And wherever Rafe is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those are some of my faves. Least fave, I do not like when Sarah was getting choked. I don't like when they were getting shot. I don't like when Kiara was kidnapped. I don't like when my
Pope
bitches are
getting
sad.
beat up.
Popey. Oh, that's like top of the worst list.
I don't like any of John B's dad scenes.
Yeah, fucking annoying.
Which are like 50% of this, maybe even more, of this season. He wasn't giving. He didn't have the je ne sais quoi.
He didn't have the je ne sais quoi. Word of the podcast. Phrase of the podcast.
What
I
else?
did not like the marriage. Oh my god. I just don't like how seriously they took it. It's just so cringeworthy.
They're married.
No.
You don't support my parents.
I don't. You have your parents, I have mine.
I don't even ship them. No, I ship them, but I'm not like, ooh.
No, yeah, these people gotta work harder.
I'm for John B.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Supremacy.
Just John B or nothing, you know?
Yeah. I think
I can't tell you why.
I really think they have the opportunity to give full force in season 4. The slate is clean.
Yeah. They need a refresh.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. They're just running around together, almost getting shot, and like in the same clothes, sweating. His ratty ass bandana. You see, mine's new. His is ratty and ass.
Yeah, take some notes.
Ratty.
It's literally looking. It's the same fucking thing.
It's the same. John B.
Would you recommend this show for other people to watch?
I don't know if I'd go up to someone and be like, hey, watch Outer Banks.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a show I would recommend. If somebody asked me for a show, I would not say Outer Banks.
No.
I'd say, like, save your time. You had to be in the moment. You had to join in season 1
It's just
and be a John B. shooter.
Yeah. With
Or
JJ's
you're out.
gun.
You had to join in season 1 in 2020, and you had to pop some corn and have a crisp soda.
Yeah.
And the vibes were there, and now they're just like a little rotten, but they're still there.
There's potential.
There's like, I don't know. I would not.
Yeah. It's a summer show.
Yeah, if you want a silly, goofy summertime, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This
I'm
is the
with
first
you.
show that I'm like,
Yeah, this would have to be for a specific person that's looking for something a little mindless. I mean, there's a lot going on though.
If
Like
they
if
were
you want
a
to keep up with the
Pogue-
treasure, if you want a treasure show, I guess.
if you want a treasure hunt,
There's a lot else going on.
there's a lot of shit going on. If they're dressed like this, I would recommend them the show.
If you saw someone wearing that, you'd say
you're
you
a
should.
Pogue.
You're a Pogue, baby. I got a show for you.
I got a show for you.
Oh, Pogue Nation.
Pogue Nation.
Pogue for life. P for L.
P for L, bitch. Do I got a show for you?
Should we make P for L bracelets? Start passing them out.
It's really a mindset.
Yeah.
Being a Pogue.
Either get it or you don't.
either get it or you don't.
Did you just feel that
side note, I
breeze?
really.
Did
Yes,
you feel
I
that
feel
draft?
that.
Was that
Where's that coming from?
fucking ghost?
That's a Pogue ghost. That Pogue said, "I
the
love
martini."
that. Take my show out of your mouth." But wait, side note.
Okay.
I think a lot of these actors are really good. Like, I feel like sometimes the writing's iffy, but I feel like they're pretty good.
Yeah, they need more.
Yeah, like if they had more like if they give for like the writing they have, I feel like if the writing was better,
Yeah.
they could really give.
Yeah. And I feel like the writing's like fine most of the time. It's just like all over the place. Like,
It's
too much.
scattered, and then they're always dramatic. Like there's something always, so you don't. It's just like I don't know.
Madeline Klein, Knives Out.
Yeah, I really like Jonathan Davis.
And Revenge. Do Revenge?
Yeah. And
Fuck
I think JJ, what's his name?
Rudy.
He can give.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes they really give, and I think they really need more content.
More to give us, yeah.
They need, like, I don't know.
I know. I really like them.
And they do give BTS. If you like shows that give you BTS, they're pretty good at it. Even when they aren't, like, even this past season, they gave, like, so many of them post so much.
Yeah, they're like a funny little group, and I feel like some of it's been tainted. I don't think it's their fault.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe there's some drama that I'm not ready to, and we're not unpacking it on here with whatever the fuck is going on.
We turn into a tea podcast.
We don't need to do that. That's really not my business.
That's not my business.
I don't want to
know nothing about it.
I saw that drama was happening, and I was like, God, I'm glad I'm not involved. It makes me sad that there's drama, but we don't need to unpack it. But I feel like a lot of it, like, people just leave people alone.
But if you're a Pogue, you're a Pogue for life.
Yeah. Inspiring. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unserious, what is the show? It's like a fucking 9.
Yeah.
Like an 8 or a 9.
I was going to say
I don't think
9.
it's full 10.
I don't think it's a 10. I think they give like one, like, little thing.
Sarah's dad
It's so unserious.
faking his death and jumping off a cliff, like, it's insane. Like, and Rafe is a person.
Yeah.
He really prevents this from going full kook.
Because it's full kook. It's so, like, dramatic. Like, there's very dramatic shit happening.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, very unserious. Like,
And I will say, to talk about our show last week, Jenny and Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, that show also toes the line of being a silly little show, but being dramatic. But they, like, when they at least in season 2.
Season 2,
when they talk
really
about their
gave.
drama, like the mental health and stuff, like,
and that
they
was
kind of kill it.
They weren't like, it was serious.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when shit's happening here, you're kind of just like, it's just so like over, like, what's the word?
I feel like it's chaotic.
It's like chaotic, and it's like just so
Yes.
far-fetched that you can't, like, it's just unserious. Like, I'm like,
Yeah, the fucking gold.
'cause I'm like, what's happening? The fucking treasure.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes the personal drama goes over. Like, that's why I'm like, why are they married?
I'm like, they're full on giving. They're freaking, and it's just not that serious.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think here's why One Tree Hill can pull off the marriage. They weren't really married on here. I haven't said that enough. But like One Tree Hill was like there wasn't supernatural, there wasn't treasure, there wasn't another thing. Like if this was just
why are they? They got married like right in.
Yeah, there was other things
like
going on.
amid like a treasure hunt.
One Tree Hill can up the ante because they don't have something else going on. You know, like treasure is their thing and the drama is the background.
They need one crazy thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like what a show like One Tree Hill can do crazy shit because what else do they have to do?
Because it was One Tree Hill was literally just about
people,
high school life.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't about. Well, later on it gets crazy, but yeah, it wasn't. This is about treasure.
So then, yeah, when your characters get, I don't know, married.
Why do they feel the need to get married? I respect it. That's the John B. Summer lifestyle, baby.
Baby?
That's what we call that.
Okay. Yeah, this is a 9 out of 10. I'm serious.
That's classic John B. mess around.
Classic John and B mess around. There's no other person.
John Bree may fuck around and just get married.
I guess.
Without getting married. With just saying it. We're married now.
Fucking can't.
That's my wife.
I'll never shut up about
That's
that.
what John...
I wish he pulled that, though.
He was freaking flexing
Topper, that's my
He
wife.
was
Topper was
flexing
like,
to
what the fuck?
Big John.
I
said,
can't.
yes, Sarah Cameron?
Oh, yeah.
My wife.
Big John was like, Sarah, welcome to the family. I was like, why are you going along with this? You're an adult.
That's my dad.
You know, Chase Stokes is 30 at his big age.
Just joking.
No offense. Love him.
He's crying.
The crying.
Post
Yeah,
that
we should
video.
post that.
That's what I knew.
Yeah. Okay. God, I don't even know what we said, but I can't say anymore.
Yeah, me either.
So there's only one thing left to do. Game night with Megan and Bree. And for our treasure hunting little show,
Our treasure hunting.
we thought it would be fitting to do everyone's favorite treasure hunt. The Curio Shop Gem Hunt on Webkins, y'all.
Welcome to the Curio Shop. Hope
you
you
find
find what you're looking for.
We need to look at my fucking crown of wonder.
Okay.
I need everyone to look at my gem collection. I have every single main gem except for the green one. I literally only need one more.
Megan's flexing on bitches.
I literally just need the Earth Emerald. So that's the goal today, is to find the Earth Emerald.
Will we find it?
Here's the thing, though. If we don't find it, we're going to do a cheeky little BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah.
So don't worry, guys.
Don't worry, there's more in store.
Okay. For Outer Banks, do we think we should go to Buried Bones Mine, Flea Floater Mine, Howling Horse Mine, Barking Mad Mine, or Muzzlemouth Mine?
I'm feeling barking.
Okay. Barking Mad?
Barking.
Yeah, that's how I feel the parents are. The dads. Barking mad, man.
Barking man.
Is it madness or genius to search for gems in this mine? Only a true seasoned miner will know.
Are you a seasoned miner?
You know it. Okay, what am I feeling? I think this one right here. Okay, I got slag.
Well, shit!
We have 2 tries left.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm really just going for my gut. Slag.
Is it freaking glowing?
But isn't that like misleading?
I don't know. I haven't mined in years.
Okay, I'm gonna go down here.
I hope you get it.
Slag. No
Oh
gems
my god,
today.
you didn't get anything?
That's insane. You know what I blame? Rafe.
I blame John B.
I blame John B. Alright, that's fucking awkward.
That's fucking... I wanted at least something.
I know. Doesn't look like you found anything today. Worry. Will be open again tomorrow.
That's John B's dad.
fucking ridiculous. I have to exit out. All right, let's wrap this shit up with a cheeky little Outer Banks themed BuzzFeed quiz.
If I don't get...
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're hoping for John B and JJ, another Halloween costume to add to the list. I think we're already pulling it off pretty well.
We're nailing it.
But I think Halloween, we could go even bigger and better.
We could go bigger and better.
So we're going to have like a bracket or some sort of voting
bracket.
thing in October to figure out what we're going to fucking be.
We have to be everything.
Okay, do you want to take turns reading the things? You can start.
Okay. Are we ready?
We're ready. Which character from Outer Banks are you?
Choose something important from OBX. The Compass, Midsummer's, Parcel 9, John B's van, the Bell Tower, or Vlad and Val.
Can I tell you, I'm really torn between John B's van, which is what's it called?
I forget.
The Twinkie.
Yeah, the Twinkie.
But also the Bell Tower because he falls out of that.
The
That's
Bell
one
Tower
of my favorite
is
moments.
so funny.
I kind of want to choose the Bell Tower.
Okay, I'm going to go for John B's van.
Okay, good. All right, let me let the cops go. Or whatever that is, an ambulance, sorry. What's the first thing you would buy with your treasure money? A laptop, new clothes, a boat, a donation to charity.
Well, shit.
College tuition or a hot tub.
Fuck, I had...
Hot tub is so fucking funny.
Or a hot tub.
Or a hot tub. They lead up. It's like laptop, cool clothes, boat, charity, college, and then hot tub.
Hot tub. They're kind of real for that. Okay. I don't know.
So
I think I would do college
and I bought
tuition.
another yacht, and then I bought 2 yachts. So now I have 2 yachts. I would not buy a boat. You're doing tuition?
Yeah, I feel like that'd be nice. If I just had...
I guess practically, yeah, just to get that off my back.
Yeah.
This just says
also
the first
a hot tub.
thing. I might buy
I could buy a
whole
lot
new
more.
London Tipton style wardrobe.
Oh shit,
I'm
so
going for
true.
that.
London Tipton's really great.
Okay.
How would your friends describe you? Nerdy, hippie, loyal, brave, warm, or witty? Fucking no. Dies.
I describe you as stupid.
I would describe you as stupid. Straight up stupid. I describe you as a bitch. Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa, too far.
Maisel.
Maisel, what the shit?
I feel like I'm a pretty loyal friend.
Okay.
Do you feel like that's okay
Yeah.
for me? Okay. I'm picking that.
What do I pick?
I think you should pick hippie.
Hippie!
I feel like you're fucking witty.
Okay.
I mean, you're a lot of these things, but I feel like
Nerdy.
witty's good. Oh,
It's always so awkward when they say, how would your friends describe you?
It's like
what am I supposed to pick?
yeah. Okay. Pick another teen drama to binge. All right, here we go. We've already talked about my One Tree Hill, The OC, Friday Night Lights, Riverdale, Gossip Girl, or Pretty Little Liars. The only one we haven't seen is Friday Night Lights, so I think that's telling us something.
It's telling us something.
We've seen all of Riverdale, but we've seen enough.
We've seen
And we only started The OC, but
I think I'm going to go for Pretty Little Liars right now just because I've been in the mood to binge that.
okay, I'm with you, but I'm going to do One Tree Hill just because
Okay,
we've talked about
yeah.
it. Open your eyes, Lucas.
Open your eyes, Lucas. Pick something gold, and then there's a bunch of images.
Okay.
Is that silk?
Which one?
The third one.
I think so. This looks like sequins.
That's beautiful.
Shiny, like, glittery gold. Silk. Whatever the fuck that is.
Whatever the fuck.
A little ziggy-zag
Yeah, what's
design,
going
and then,
on
like,
over there?
Just like glitter falling.
I'm going for the silk one.
Okay, I'm going for the glitter falling.
Hell yeah. Choose a beachy activity. Scuba, fishing, surfing, jet skiing, drinking, or sunning.
I really fucking hate that all these are in the water. Not
I'm
all
going
of
to be
them.
sunning.
Yeah, see, I don't like
I'm
half
working
of
on my
these.
tan.
I'm gonna say drinking.
So true. A Shirley Temple.
Yeah, with a little zing. And finally, okay, we're gonna get our results.
Oh
after
my
this.
god, I'm scared.
And finally, pick a letter in Pogue.
So true.
Wait, Pogue. No, I'm a kook.
No, I'm a kook.
What?
The O is really speaking to me.
The G is kind of speaking to me.
All right. Do we do it?
All right, 1, 2,
3. Ooh! But
what'd you get?
what'd you get? Did you get John B?
I'm JJ.
What the fuck? You really? What the fuck? Okay, I didn't get my John B, but I'm not mad because I got Pope.
Oh!
Yeah! JJ and Pope. JJ
All right,
Pope.
let me read mine. You're funny, daring, and you can be reckless as hell.
So true.
But when it comes to your friends, you're loyal as they come. You may seem tough on the outside, but it's because your life hasn't treated you kindly. The truth is, behind the bravado, you're actually a softie. But only your true friends get to see that side of you.
I want to be John B. Okay.
Pope is really good.
No, I love Pope. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're the brains of your friend group, which means whenever there's some tech to figure out, like an underwater drone camera, for example, or puzzle to be solved, you're on top of it. You're also a sweetheart and all-around lovable good guy. So true. Who has worked so hard to go far in life.
Okay. JJ Pope.
I want to know what John B's description is.
Okay,
John
pick
B,
all the dumbest
you're
answers.
a cool guy.
Oh my goodness.
You just bring the swag to
Cool
each
guy.
event. You bring the good vibes and the sunshine and
Oh,
your raggedy ass bandana.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Bring it on home, John.
bring it on home, John B. Gotta get to go. Bring it on home.
I need people to tell us your Outer Banks thoughts, if you're excited for season 4, what you hope to see or don't see. I just hope I never have to see John B again. Just kidding. I like John B.
I'm John B.
I like John B. I'm glad we don't have to see Ward again, but somehow that fucker's gonna crawl out of that
He's
hole.
literally still gonna be alive, and I'm like,
I
fuck?
want to see Rafe though. I think I'm just curious.
I'm just curious.
I knew enough about everyone else.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know, there's so much they could do, but they've already done so much at the same time. I guess we'll have to find out.
I can't believe there's gonna be another season. Are all the actors signed on?
I think so.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, I feel like one more would be good, but the fact that they did 3 seasons over like one story and they're starting over with one more, like that feels wrong too.
Yeah.
But I feel like 4 at max 5. At max. But the fact that 4 is probably delayed now, it's like I think they should quit while they're ahead.
Yeah.
Which would have been 2 years ago. But
Yeah. Which would have been.
No, just kidding, love
which
ya.
would have been from the beginning.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
Meanwhile,
Love ya.
Ginny and Georgia's never done anything wrong in their life.
Bing.
Bing. All right. That's enough of this.
That's John B.
Yeah.
signing out.
Signing out from JJ. P for L, baby.
With my left hand free.
Bring it on home, John B.
Gotta get it. Come on, bird. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.